Alright guys, now we're going to talk about straight trucks lift gates. Alright guys, we're going to talk about the basics of lift gates. And say if your lift gate doesn't work, I just wanted to kind of go over an overview about lift gates. First, you want to make sure your lift gate switch is on. It's usually in the cab. Hopefully you have a lift gate that has an on switch that shows you that it's on. Alright, so it's on, and we're going to go, I'm just going to do basic checks on lift gates. If it's not working, it stops working. Things that you can look for that are pretty simple to maybe get it running again. Alright, first let's get out of the truck. On, up, and this one's gravity down, so you can hear it actually gravity down. So, say if you do that, you can't get anything. It stops working all of a sudden. It could be that you just need to start your truck to charge the batteries. The common thing that happens is that this one doesn't even, oh yeah, I should, all of them have them. They have a breaker. Yeah, okay. This one, some of them may have an inline breaker and some of them don't. But this one in particular is an inline one, so it'd be hard to tell that if you have a test light, but hopefully you don't have this style. But this is an inline fuse. You can see in there. If that one's blown, it'd be hard to tell, but you'd be kind of screwed on that part. But you could cut this out and take this fuse out and take this in and connect it to the power of the battery if you have a razor blade. So that's one thing you could do just to get it up, or if you're in a situation that's critical. And then another one I'm going to show you right now that has a breaker on it. All right guys, I'm kind of explain that inline fuse a little better. It's heat shrinked in and it's connected with 2 bolts and a nut, and I'll put it here in what it kind of looks like. It's usually about 150 amp to 175 amp, and I would just, if you need on emergency, you can cut it out and disconnect the nut and bolt. And usually I think it's 7/16 or a ½ inch between those two, and you can connect the battery cable directly to the battery with no fuse, just so you can get it up or down. And I would definitely, you got to replace it. I wouldn't replace it with another inline fuse. I would just get another breaker. The one I'm going to show you in the next clip, I'll show you right here. I wouldn't put it in inline fuse in, just so you won't have to cut and go through all this stuff. You could just reset it. So, all right, let's go on to the video. Same style breaker we had before. This one doesn't, there's no red button here, but it do the same thing, a little lever or pop out here. That means it's not disconnected and it popped. So you just have to push that back in, and hopefully it will start charging the lift gate or start working again. And there's different makes too, and they're pretty much all gonna have pumps and solenoids, and there's gonna be designed a little different. That's all. See, this is a computer or a module, so this will monitor voltage, and it will just not let the lift gate work until you get the voltage up. I don't see no fuses in here. I would check that. I would go turn the truck on, make sure it's charged, and check that first, and then go to the breaker in the battery box, then go to this and check for fuses inside here. And then if you're getting like a click sound, but you hear something going on in here in your motor box, it could be, this is the solenoid, and right there is the motor. You can pull this out further, but I'm not going to. And some of them have better access. They're right there. You just have a panel and you have more access than this style of liftgate. But if you're hearing click, you can take a rock or a hammer or a screwdriver and just smack this a couple times. They stick a lot. And same thing with the motor. And if you don't get any results with that, you can have a bad solenoid or a bad motor. There's more in depth, a little more troubleshooting to figure out which one it is, but it's not actually that hard. And then after that, say you're not getting no power, I would go to the switch in the cab and check the fuses behind the panel. That'd be my next option. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to kind of recap on that. If you get nothing else, and just remember in the cab, the switch, it's fused, and that thing runs from all the way to the motor to the cab, and it usually goes down the frame rail up to the firewall into the cab, and it's fused and it's behind the dash, and it could be sitting inside here too. Occasionally sitting inside underneath the hood too. It's usually about 5 or 10 amps, and I've had those blow. And just check that out. The next thing we would check out. And then if you get in depth, Waltco and Maxon both have really good 800 numbers in it, and they have really good programs. Just look up Maxon, research it, or Waltco. And I think Waltco, one of them bought another liftgate too, so they have excellent help. If you just call them, and they'll help you out on a lot of stuff for free. So yeah, it's good to know that number. Just Google it. It's Maxon or Waltco, usually common liftgate. There's tons of other brands, but they're all similar. But if you need help on that, you can call them at 1-800 number, and somebody will help you a lot too, or email them at least. And the breaker I was talking about, and the inline breaker, if you want to replace it, and I'll leave links in the description if you guys want to replace. Just make sure it's the right amps. It's usually about 150 amp, but yeah, just to be safe. And guys, thanks for watching my channel. I do really appreciate it. It's awesome, and for getting the 10,000 subscribers. And if you need to get a hold of me, just bigrigfix@gmail.com, or just message me on the comments, and I can try to help you out, and as best I can. And yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Big Rig Fix, and enjoy your day.